Hi there. I just have to say that I have been waiting for the perfect moment to do this. And let me tell you, there is no perfect moment. Right now, I have two different, what are they called? Air purifiers. I have two different fans going. It might be loud. And I was going to put this off and wait until the time was perfect. And there is no perfect time because shit just keeps happening. Anyway, I'm here. My name is Haley, and what we're going to talk about in this video today is the first and easiest way to start manifesting. Now, this is something that you can do anytime, anywhere. It is seriously one of the most easiest ways to start getting good at manifestation. So if you don't think you're good at manifestation, I promise you, try this exercise, see it work, and then you'll have proof that you are in fact good at manifesting. I've been doing this practice forever. I can't even tell you how long, and I promise you it works 99% of the time. And it's literally manifesting a parking spot. And so what I do is, if I know I'm going to go somewhere and the parking is tricky, or you're going to an event and it's I don't know if I'm going to be able to find parking, I want you to just kind of think and put it out into the universe, or to God, or to source, or whoever you believe in, or whatever you want to call it to. I like to say parking gods, and I actually used to have a little singing moment where I would go, parking gods. I'm not a singer by any means, but I would call on a space and ask the parking gods for a space wherever I was going to be, preferably in front, right? Or at least close to where I was going to go. So that's step one, is asking God, source, universe, parking gods, whatever you want to call it, asking for a parking spot. Now, I like to do parking spots because it's low effort, right? We're most of the time driving somewhere and it's fairly easy. I want a parking spot right out in front. Can you please make that happen for me? Yes. Okay. Step two is knowing that the parking spot is going to be there. And that's why I like the parking spot, because it's low risk, right? There's nothing that you're going to lose by doing this. So it's easier to just know, okay, there's going to be a parking spot. So that's step two. First, it's asking. The second part is knowing and kind of expecting it. I expect to see a parking spot when I get there. And then the third part is just giving gratitude and being thankful that the parking spot is there, right? After you do this, so it's fairly quickly, it's ask, expect, think. Not think when you get there and find the parking spot, but think before you actually get there, right? It's delivering that gratitude before it has even happened, right? And you might be thinking, what? Why would I do that? Because you want to act as if it is already happening, right? It just kind of starts to instill that belief that it is already there, and giving gratitude that it worked. Before we leave our house, or if we're driving and we know we're going to go shopping and it's a Saturday, right? Because parking is impossible on Saturdays a lot of the time. On your way or before you get there, ask for a parking spot, expect it to be there, and then thank it for being there. And then when you arrive and you get to park, thank again. And then that creates belief, right? Now you have proof that you've manifested something. And the more you do that, you start to build that proof inside your mind and inside your body that you can manifest. And the more you do it, the bigger the things that you can manifest. Now, I like to start small. All of my clients know that I am the very, very, very take the babyest baby step that you can. And so for me, this is the baby step. I want to give you an example of what happened today. I was actually at the coffee shop, got the parking spot as always. It's just the thing. I am always getting a parking spot no matter what. But at the coffee shop today, I got my bathtub reglazed. And so my apartment is kind of stinky, still is, but I want to be home now. All the windows are open, all the fans are going, the air purifiers are going. That's why it might be a little loud, like I said earlier in the beginning of the video. There's a car that just went by, an alarm went off. I don't know if you can hear it. If you can, I'm sorry. But I've been out of the apartment for most of my day. And I like to go to coffee shops. And so on my way, I was like, okay, I have my dog with me, right? So it is a dog friendly coffee shop, which I love. I have my dog with me, and I want a specific table in the corner. That way we can just kind of tuck in and she doesn't bother anybody or nobody bothers her, because people like to come up to my dog. Side note, people like to come up to my dog and just like pet her without asking, or like just let their dog say hi to my dog without asking. It is one of my biggest pet peeves. Please ask the owner before you do anything. Okay, anyways, so I'm manifesting this spot in the corner, right? And when I get to the coffee shop, it's hot. It's 95 degrees today. I get to the coffee shop and all of the corners are taken, right? There are people sitting at the corners where I want to be. And I didn't let that bother me. At first I was like, oh shoot, dang it, okay, whatever. Not that big of a deal. There are other seats available. I'll just sit at one of those, but I would really love to sit in the corner. And so I'm placing my order. I'm a cappuccino girly, hot cappuccino, even when it's 95 degrees. That is my drink. I order it. They're making my espresso. They're pouring the milk. As she is pouring the milk, I see somebody across the coffee shop in the corner, I kid you not, get up, throw her stuff away, and leave. And I book it to the corner. I'm like, thank you for the corner spot. That is exactly what I was asking for. Thank you so much for delivering. And so again, it was the same thing. Asking, expecting, and thanking, giving gratitude that it has already happened. And then watch the universe shift and move people around so that it can deliver it for you. So I hope you find this helpful. Let me know in the comments. And then after you do this practice, I want you to come back to this video. So save it so you can come back to it and let me know that it worked for you and then what you'll be manifesting next. In the next video, I'm going to talk about becoming your most magnetic self. So make sure you're subscribed and I'll see you in the next video.